Match, so says our Teddy Atlas. The boys are anxious today. Your boy was distracted. He admitted that. Or no, not really. Those reports. What happened, Stephen A? To your boy?
Money Mayweather. The best boxer on the planet Earth.
He used to be.
No, stop it.
Still is. In my estimation, put forth his worst performance that I've seen in years. I was thoroughly unimpressed by what I saw from Floyd Mayweather. He didn't look as sharp. He didn't look as quick. He didn't give Maidana the boxing lesson I expected Maidana to receive. Now, he came out there swinging. He tried. And Floyd made him miss enough, that's for sure. But Floyd looked distracted. Now, you know, I was sitting there, and I mentioned this before to y'all last week when somebody was joking around with me talking about Father Time is undefeated, and somebody else came along and said, so are women. And, you know, in other words, what they were talking about is with men, you can get distracted. Floyd acknowledged he was distracted. We don't need to get into why, but it involved Miss Jackson, you know, which he was on the record alluding to on several occasions. And so as a result of that, just days before the fight, that's not a distraction that you can go into the ring with and be 100%. You just can't. You know, and for those that think I'm joking, please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm dead serious about that. That doesn't mean you can't perform. It doesn't mean you can't get the job done. Floyd performed enough to get the job done and to get the victory. But he was thoroughly unimpressive compared to what I'm seeing. And I'm going to bring his father into the equation because his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., is an elite trainer. This man knows boxing. And one of the things, Roger, his uncle, was special for years. But then his father came back and due to health issues on Roger's part. And the father saw him take too many hits against Miguel Cotto a couple of years back and said, you don't need to be doing that anymore. And got Floyd back to being the defensive artist that he had been for the vast majority of his career. And that's who we had been seeing. That's certainly who we saw against Canelo Alvarez up until this fight. Now, you can maul, people have tried to maul Floyd Mayweather in the past, tried to suffocate him. I've seen that stuff, those tactics utilized against him, but I've never seen it affect him the way he seemed affected Saturday night. And he was affected from opening tap, from the opening bell. And it was because he did not come. Look at his demeanor. Look at how he walked into the ring. Look at his facial expression. Look at his body language. You know I know Floyd, Skip. I've been watching him for years. He wasn't himself. He wasn't himself, and he almost lost because of it, because the fight to me was a hell of a lot closer than the score indicated.
Are we finished with all the Floyd excuses? Because I got to tell you know what? You duck and dodge as much as Floyd does. You know?
Okay. I ain't worried about Skip. I always feel that way about anything I say about Floyd. He'll get over it someday.
Here's what I saw. This is just little old me watching my little pay-per-view on Saturday night.
Right.
Actually, it was Sunday morning. I saw exactly why Floyd Money, or Floyd may or may not weather, keeps running from Manny Pacquiao, because he spent most of the night running from Maidana. How many times did he run to the ropes? What was that all about? The first round, I'm thinking, are you going to try to pull the rope-a-dope on Maidana and hope that he just punches himself out in the first couple of rounds? Because the kid wasn't going to punch himself out. He was wailing on Floyd on the ropes. He kept chopping away with that overhand right.
I tried to hit him in the back of the head. He
might have got him a couple times in the back of the head because Floyd was ducking so much on the ropes. Trying to,
what are we supposed to do? Where are you supposed to go?
Listen to this.
Got it done.
Maidana throws 858 punches to Floyd's 426. That's unbelievable. Floyd's just in the corner, just cowering over there. I'm thinking, what are you doing, Floyd? And what happened was, Floyd came close to losing this fight. One judge called it a draw.
Well, that judge needs to be drug tested.
Okay.
There was no draw involved. Anybody who saw the fight knew better than that.
Well, I was only fueled by Diet Mountain Dew at this point at 1 o'clock in the morning, but I had it 115, 113 Floyd. I will give you Floyd 7 rounds to 5 rounds. And Floyd won most of the last few rounds.
I can't refute that. That's exactly what my score was.
Okay, thank you very much. So I look at Maidana's face after the fight. It looked like he just returned from vacation, like he just been to the spa. I mean, seriously. I mean, he went. There wasn't a mark on his face.
A lot of grease.
And you know what? Floyd popped him a couple times in the middle of the ring when we saw a little flash of the old Floyd, but it's pillow fight punches. It's nothing. It doesn't. Maidana didn't even flinch. He's just coming right on and backing right up against the ropes. And how dare Floyd, before the fight, accuse Pacquiao of losing pop in his punches.
Yeah.
And then I see Floyd look like he's 40 years old. Seriously, his body looks good.
Yeah.
He still looks chiseled. He still looks
great.
tough.
He has a good
Yeah, the body looks good. But the results, not so good. I'm just saying, what was that all about? Was it really off the, out of the ring distraction?
I definitely think it was, Skip, because the activity on the part of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
But what did I
wasn't
hear
there.
before the fight? Floyd is the one guy who can focus in the ring. It's nothing bothers him.
You know what?
You did, yeah.
You didn't hear that when you heard the stuff that you heard last week.
We talked about it.
Yeah, but you sort of suspected. That he wasn't going to be himself. It's just that Maidana was so slow. You're like, he'll be lucky to touch Floyd. But I'm telling you right now, Floyd did not seem remotely as interested in fighting as he normally does.
So, what do we hear right away in the post-fight ring? We hear Floyd say, I want to give my fans a great fight. We hear that every time. I want to give my fans a great fight.
We hear that every time. We hear that every
just
time.
taking it easy on the 12-1 underdog. That's what
we hear that every fight.
Yeah.
Saturday night, I felt for the first time that was a lie. The fact of the matter is that he did it. He did it. It wasn't a great. Listen, if it were a great fight, it was. If you want to call it a great fight, it was because of Floyd's inactivity more so than anything else. Because Floyd made it far more interesting than it needed to be because he did not seem like he wanted to be there. What I saw, what I am accustomed to seeing from Floyd Mayweather Jr., he should have picked that man apart.
I agree.
That man should not have been able to touch Floyd.
Right.
And the fact is, he was. Because Floyd, I'm telling you right now, if you go back, you could simply watch an entrance into the ring along with pre-fight introductions. Even that was different from what you're accustomed to seeing from Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know what he seemed like? When I say this, tell me whether or not y'all agree with this. Floyd appeared as if he was somewhat shy, or dare I say embarrassed, about being in a public setting. He seemed like he didn't want to be there.
Who wouldn't be embarrassed being with Justin Bieber? But that's all. He's done that before.
He's done that before.
How can you defend that?
He's done that before.
You can't defend that. You cannot defend that.
He didn't see. Now, I don't believe there's no doubt in my mind that Floyd would make amends for this. I still believe that Floyd would pick Manny Pacquiao apart because that's a fight he would have to be up for. But I'm just saying to you that he did not seem interested in Saturday night.
Embarrassed.
Well, listen, and I'm not joking. I'm dead serious about this. If you read and hear the stuff that was out there about what was going on with him personally leading up to the fight, it's the kind of thing that makes a brother not want to really talk to anybody. You just don't feel like talking. You don't feel like being around people. You don't feel like working. He appeared, I don't want to say demoralized, melancholy might be a more appropriate word. He didn't seem like himself. He didn't seem interested in coming to work Saturday. To me, the Floyd Mayweather you saw Saturday night is a dude that showed up to just do his job and go home.
Okay.
Not to really be Floyd.
Okay.
I saw the difference. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
You're not
Some
buying
people
it.
thought that the retirement talk last week was legit, that it was emotional. He cried. He had tears in his eyes. So am I to believe now that fighting is no longer a priority with this guy?
When he fought, I interviewed him before he fought the GOAT, Guerrero. Then he fought Canelo Alvarez, and he was definitely ready for that fight. But when you've been through what he's been through, you know, you got to remember, you've got incarceration. You get out of being incarcerated, and your man, somebody that you went on the record publicly and swore by, 50 Cent, y'all disbanded, y'all separated. And then you see him, and you got, her name is Miss Jackson, and, you know, he was talking about marrying this woman and all of this other stuff, and then that falls apart. This is all a matter of public record. You know, I don't give people personal business, but this is all a matter of public record. You've got the multitude of those things going on with you. You are human. it can affect you. And I think there's no way that Maidana affected him to that level.
Okay.
He didn't want to be there.
But he wasn't distracted enough to go ahead and make a handshake agreement for a rematch with Maidana.
Right.
And it would have to be, I guess, in September because that's his scheduled next fight. So Amir Khan is sitting out there who would be a big threat. Oh, come on.
Please,
he would.
Khan,
You know, he would.
please.
He's got
Amir Khan, stop it.
And
Garcia, I mean, that boy can fight, but don't bring me Amir Khan.
Well, I'm just saying he's the next one in line.
I mean, that's a waste of time.
Okay?
That's a waste of time.
So the point is, the one guy who's not a waste of time is Manny Pacquiao. What are we like now? 2 years away from Manny Pacquiao at best? I'm serious. That's what we're looking at with a rematch with Maidana.
You tweeted that.
Congratulations, Floyd.
That's what you tweeted. Another rematch pushes him away from Pacquiao.
Yeah.
So you think?
Well, it's beautiful. It's exactly what the doctor ordered for Floyd Mayweather. Maybe Dr. Phil or
It's a lot. It's a lot going on, man. He just needs to step away from the ring for a little while, get himself together. He'll be all right. He just didn't show. Floyd Mayweather Jr. I don't care what he says. I know how great he is. He didn't show up Saturday night.
All right.
That wasn't him. That wasn't him.
Stephen A. says you were missing Floyd. Meanwhile, what did the Clippers know and what did